The Middle East is on edge. Israel and Iran are locked in a dangerous standoff.
Tensions have been simmering for years, fueled by deep-seated animosity and mistrust. Now the situation is reaching a boiling point. Recent events suggest that a direct conflict, while undesirable, is a growing possibility. Both Israel and the United States are taking the threat very seriously. The alliance between these two nations has never been stronger, and their coordinated efforts are a testament to their commitment to regional stability. They have taken concrete steps to deter Iran and demonstrate their readiness to respond to any aggression. Joint military drills and exercises are being conducted regularly to ensure seamless cooperation and preparedness.
The Israeli Defense Forces have reportedly gone on high alert, mobilizing troops and bolstering defenses near its borders. This heightened state of readiness is a clear signal to any adversaries that Israel is prepared to defend itself. The United States, a staunch ally of Israel, has also made significant moves. American military equipment and personnel are being strategically positioned to support Israel and ensure a rapid response if necessary.
The U.S. Navy has deployed a formidable carrier strike group, led by the USS Gerald R. Ford, to the region. This deployment underscores the seriousness with which the United States views the potential threat. This carrier group, with its complement of fighter jets, is a powerful force capable of projecting significant air power. Surveillance aircraft and escort ships enhance the group's capabilities, providing comprehensive coverage and support. This represents a significant escalation of American military power in the region. The presence of these forces serves as a deterrent and a reassurance to allies, signaling that the United States is fully committed to maintaining peace and stability. Iran, for its part, has engaged in a delicate diplomatic dance. On one hand, Tehran continues to hold talks with world powers regarding its nuclear program. These negotiations are aimed at reviving the 2015 nuclear deal, which placed limits on Iran's nuclear ambitions in exchange for the lifting of sanctions. On the other hand, Iran has stepped up its anti-Israel rhetoric. Iranian leaders have made inflammatory statements, vowing to wipe Israel off the map and condemning its existence as an illegitimate entity. This bellicose language has further inflamed tensions and raised concerns about Iran's true intentions. The escalating tensions between Israel and Iran have sent shockwaves throughout the Middle East. The situation is becoming increasingly volatile, with both nations ramping up their military readiness and issuing stern warnings to each other. The region is already grappling with multiple conflicts and crises, each adding layers of complexity and danger to the overall stability, including the ongoing civil war in Syria, which has devastated countless lives and displaced millions of people, and the humanitarian disaster in Yemen, where the population is suffering from severe shortages of food, water, and medical supplies. A direct confrontation between Israel and Iran would have devastating consequences, potentially igniting a larger regional conflict that could draw in multiple countries and factions, not only for the two countries directly involved, but also for neighboring nations and the broader international community. The entire region could be plunged into chaos, further destabilizing an already fragile situation. Adding to the complexity of the situation is the role of Hamas, a significant player in the region's geopolitical landscape. The Palestinian militant group, which controls the Gaza Strip, has its own history of conflict with Israel, often resulting in violent clashes and rocket attacks. While Hamas has not taken sides in the current standoff, it has expressed solidarity with the Palestinian people and condemned Israel's policies. This stance adds another layer of tension, as any shift in Hamas's position could further complicate the already precarious situation. The situation in the Middle East is incredibly volatile. It feels like the entire region is sitting on a powder keg, and any misstep could ignite a major conflagration.
The consequences of a full-blown war between Israel and Iran would be catastrophic. Both sides possess significant military capabilities, including ballistic missiles and sophisticated cyber warfare tools.
A conflict would likely result in a massive loss of life, widespread destruction, and a humanitarian crisis of epic proportions. It could also draw in other regional and global powers, potentially escalating into a wider conflict with global implications. Diplomatic efforts to de-escalate the situation must be intensified. The stakes are too high for any missteps or delays. Every diplomatic channel must be utilized, and every effort must be made to bring the conflicting parties to the negotiating table. The United States in particular has a critical role to play in mediating between the parties. As a global superpower, its influence and resources are indispensable in fostering dialogue and understanding, and finding a peaceful resolution. The future of the Middle East and indeed the world may depend on it. A peaceful resolution would not only stabilize the region but also set a precedent for resolving conflicts through diplomacy. It would destabilize the region even further, disrupt global energy markets, and create a ripple effect that could impact economies worldwide. The consequences of inaction are too dire to contemplate, and could even spark a wider conflict. The international community must do everything in its power to prevent this from happening. Collective action and cooperation are essential to avert a catastrophe. The world is watching this situation very closely. Media outlets around the globe are providing constant updates, and public opinion is increasingly concerned about the potential outcomes. The stakes are incredibly high. A war between Israel and Iran would be a disaster for the Middle East and the world. The human cost would be immeasurable, and the geopolitical ramifications would be felt for generations.